Welcome to He Said, She Said. How are you doing today, Stephanie?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm great. Today we're going to tackle when Bigfoot or other paranormal creatures follow you home. Have you had any experience with that?
I've had spirits follow me home. I haven't had Bigfoot follow me home. But as you know, I kind of live on the outskirts of a big city. So not that I don't think there's different cryptids around here pretty close, actually, but Bigfoot's definitely not here. Now, one of our squatchers who lives like 10 minutes away, and she lives in an area where there's a big kind of open space that there's nothing built on, and it connects with creeks and rivers that, you know, they kind of meander all the way north. So, I mean, you could follow them all the way up, and she thinks she's got something strange going on back there. I don't know if it's Dogman. I don't think it's Bigfoot because it's too small back there. You know, I mean, the trees are too small. It's hard for me to get back in there. So, a Bigfoot, I don't think could get back there, but it's something strange. But anyway, enough of that. How about you? Have you had anything follow you home?
I have had it happen many a times. Much like Corky, the doors were opening, the noise on the roof, and all that kind of stuff. Definitely, I have. Much like Corky has it happen all the time too. So it's a wild.
So what do you do? Do you get scared? What do you do when you know there's something outside that's not, might be Bigfoot or Dogman?
Yeah. What do you do? I don't know.
I think it would be a little frightening, but the same is true with, I think, anything that's not normal, normal that we're, understand. But I mean, we've had a lot of people talking to us about creatures following them home. I mean, like you're just saying, Corky for sure lives in the middle of a Bigfoot habitat, right?
And
you do too.
Yeah, and where he is at is much like me. I'm like not really in the way out parts of the world out where the river is or the woods are, but he's outside of a kind of a major population area, and he still has this stuff happen to him too.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
I didn't realize he was that close to like a big populated area. Oh.
Yeah, and I mean, like me, like I'm only like 5 miles or 3 miles from a town, and I mean it's not that far remote. It's not that far out, but they sure do follow you home. I mean, they sure do, and like right here is this river that I think that they run up and down, and all kinds of strange things are always happening in here.
Do you ever find prints by that river?
Do I find what?
Prints?
Yes, I did find out by my chicken coop. Go figure. It was out. There was a print there, right after some chickens were massacred one night. Yeah, they were.
Do you think it was Bigfoot? What are you thinking?
I actually do. I took Jason out there and I told him this happened, that happened, all this and that. And at one point, there was a lot of there was handprints in the feed where the chickens were feeding from. It looked like there was 2 scoops pulled out of there. There was all kinds of like fences down and all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, it's I don't know. It was weird.
So that's really close. That's really close. That's almost too close for comfort, isn't it? I mean,
that's right in my side yard. Yeah, it sure is. But there again, we're not so far from town, but we're far enough,
and that brings up a whole nother thing. Isn't that interesting how we see them so close to towns now? I mean, maybe. like this, and like at Carrie's house, she's got this stuff going on. I don't know if it's Dogman. I don't have any experience with Dogman, Tommy. I don't know if you do either. We've heard so many stories about him. We go out in the woods and we look for him, um, or that type of cryptid. I haven't seen them with my eyes, but I don't know. They're kind of mean
I,
from what I hear. The girls always say we don't want to see them.
yeah, I mean that's what the Native Americans really say, but I've never seen them. I've never seen him. Now he's about the only thing I haven't seen, but I haven't seen him at all.
Yep, yep. But they have kind of those big, so they have big feet too, right? So they're not as big as a Bigfoot, but the prints that I've seen from my fellow Squatchers place, kind of looks like a big footprint, but smaller and different shaped. I mean, I don't know. It's very interesting. This time of year is when it really starts hopping out there. So, yeah, I think once we get a layer of snow, maybe we can do a show from out there because it's close to me, and we'll just pick it up and we'll show you what we're finding. But yeah, I don't know. So, and that's within 10 miles of Minneapolis, which is a huge metropolis, right?
Yeah.
So it's amazing how close they're coming in, I think,
Well, and like some of the people that I know in this town, they have actually seen things like right in their yard, right here in town, in their yard. But they really, I'm the only person they ever tell. And
yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
I know. They're just everywhere. They're just everywhere, but they're so elusive because we very rarely see them. We think they may be out there, but then if you were to run outside, I'm pretty sure they'd be gone, or they'd be somewhere where you can't see them.
Well,
So, yeah,
it really boils down to this. Who is out there at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning?
yeah, nobody. No human, probably.
Yeah, there's almost no one out there.
Yeah, yeah. So it's got to be some kind of cryptid creature, whether it's Bigfoot or Dogman, or you have a lot of different cryptids in your area too,
Yeah.
that you talk about. So I don't know. I just think there's a lot of things out there that we just don't know. We just don't know about, and the fact that they're interested, and like even Carter, when he was on our show and he talked about his people that have habitations going on too, and they're always coming up to the windows, like Corky's house, and they're always coming up to the windows and looking in, and I mean, it's bizarre. I don't
Yeah.
know. All my shades and blinds and curtains are pulled at night. Can I just say?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're out there fabulous. I don't want them looking at me. I know that, remember when we had Chief Elkhart running on too, he talked about his son looking through the window, and
Yeah.
he said, Dad, there's this big, monkey gorilla man looking at me from the window. And he said that the window was like, 8 feet off the ground. So, I mean, isn't that interesting? It is cool.
Yeah. Yes, I've had the taps on the window, the doors opening, and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, I don't want to sound paranoid, but I was out the door with the 12 gauge, and
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna have it, and I thought it was a person, but I don't know what it was. But there was nothing running away and all that sort of thing, and I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's crazy and it's scary. And like as a paranormal investigator, we do have spirits. I mean, until we first started doing it, we didn't understand how to offer up protections and do smudgings and stuff before investigations. So we did have different ghosts follow us home, and then and then we'd have to do the whole cleansing and clearing of the yards because I don't want them in my house. You know what I mean? We get we say go away right away. And that's pretty scary. But I think, a 10-foot being stomping around the yard might be even scarier. I mean, what do you do? It's crazy, but we have heard stories like this. And now you're telling me the Corky is close to town and he's got this stuff going on, and you're a little bit further out, but still,
Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly, it doesn't matter where you are. Like, these things can follow you home. They will follow you home. If you go looking for them, they will follow you home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. And even in some of the regional parks by me, which I'm probably 8 miles from the city of Minneapolis, and I found some pretty wild things at one of them that's kind of close to me. And I don't know if they're, something built them or if they're natural, but if we were to find it in northern Minnesota, I probably would think it was something. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
and there, yeah, that's another populated area. It's a little bit north and east of here, about 5 minutes. So if there was something there looking at me, he could easily follow me home. He could.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
especially if it's a supernatural being.
yeah, absolutely, because they're multidimensional, right? So they have the ability to just, I think, now we know people who don't believe that, but I believe they do. So, interesting stuff.
Well, in conclusion, I guess we should say be careful what you search for because you just might find it.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. How about that? Great. Well, if anyone out there too watching this has any experience with them following home, comment on the post, send us a message because we'll talk about it. We always like to hear things from different people, and maybe at the year end we'll kind of go over what everybody's told us, from our different shows, and I think it might be kind of a fun year in review. So all right. Well, thanks for watching another episode of He Said, She Said.
See you later.
Okay.
Gonna burn this mother down. People try and run, flee in vain, climb over anyone gets in their way. And when the lightning comes down, when the lightning comes down, when the lightning comes down, it's gonna burn this mother down. Yeah. This day would come, called your name. Hell, I told everyone it's end of game. And when the lightning comes down, when the lightning comes down, when the lightning comes down, it's gonna burn